In the second half of the 9th century, the weakening of the Abbasid Caliphate and the growing tendency to distance itself from the central government led to the establishment of a number of independent states in the countries under the Caliphate. One of such states was the state of Shirvanshahs. At the end of the 10th century, Baku became one of the main cities of Shirvan. The population was engaged in handicrafts, trade, gardening, horticulture, viticulture, silkworm breeding, husbandry, oil production, fishing, and so on. The development of feudal relations, trade, and crafts allowed the city to prosper. Located at the crossroads of international trade routes, Baku was important in trade between eastern and western countries. Baku has been known as a port city since the 10th century. From the end of the 11th century to the beginning of the 13th century, Baku was experiencing a period of progress. After a strong earthquake in Şamakhi in 1191, Shirvanshah I Axsitan I temporarily moved the capital to Baku. The Shirvanshahs strengthened the city by building a number of buildings. In the first half of the 12th century, Baku was surrounded by a two-tiered fortress wall and a trench. The city's defense system included the Maiden's Tower. In 1232-1235, a fortified fortress was built inside the bay to protect Baku from the sea. The Shirvanshahs created a strong navy in the Caspian Sea. In the 30s of the 13th century, the Mongols invaded Baku and captured the city after a long siege. Oil production and trade in Baku declined. At the end of the 13th century, in the 14th, 15th centuries, Baku became the main port city in the Caspian Sea. After becoming the capital of the state of Shirvanshahs during the rule of the Derbent dynasty, Baku became one of the most important cities not only in Azerbaijan but also in the entire Middle East. Baku was actively involved in international transit silk trade and in the trade of other goods between East and West. In 1501, Shah Osman Khatai attacked Shirvan and captured Baku. In 1538, the Safavid ruler Tahmasib I united Shirvan, including Baku, into the Safavid state.